I do not believe in election day fraud in 2020. I think it's a ridiculous claim. They've never proven any evidence of it at all. But we now know that Twitter and Facebook and Google were suppressing voices.
I'd also love to hear what does resonate with voters? What does move them? What are the issues that actually spur them into action? Is it the economy, inflation, education, police reform, abortion? Like, what moves the needle for folks, generally speaking? And I also assume that that's a moving target too. So maybe speak to that a little bit.
You just nailed it. It's an absolutely unmoving target. What worked in 2022 will not work in 2024. Just right now, crime and inflation and don't be crazy are pretty much the three things.
Crime, inflation, and don't be crazy. If you want to run for office in 2024, there's your ticket, right? Go run with it. At least win a local mayor, or a state representative seat or something with that. We need more Better Than Rich listeners in positions of power.
I mean, Republicans got it wrong in 2022 because they said, this is going to be a backlash. COVID mandates it's going to be a bloodbath for Democrats, right? And then the abortion thing happened in June of 2022, the abortion ruling by the Supreme Court. And voters went, okay, what happens here? And, I heard from a lot of people, it's going to be a big deal. And I'm like, is it going to be a big deal? I don't really know if it is or not. And then you had state legislatures all over the country, Republican state legislatures, try to put like a full abortion ban in place, right? Well, that sabotaged the Republicans. Now, I'm not here to argue whether that should have happened on a policy side or not. I'm just talking about an election side. It just sabotaged the election. In Michigan, Republicans, I think, had been in control of the state legislature since 1983. They put an abortion ban on the ballot and they got wiped out. And the Democrats now control their state house. The governor won in a landslide. We just have so many stats. And so I think the Democrats will try to resurrect the abortion issue in 2024 because it worked. So get the band back together and they'll probably get a little traction on that. Now, if Trump is the nominee, it's going to resonate because they're like, you got this plus crazy. And I've worked with Trump, but that's the way they view him. And then that's going to be like, okay, maybe this isn't us. But if it's like this abortion thing still lingering out there, but you have a more inline Republican running, it won't have a big effect, right? Does inflation still blow through? Is crime continue? Is defund the police still going and going and going? And so there will be other hot issues. The abortion issue may literally drop off the agenda because there are so many things. What will be interesting to see is who's on defense and who's on offense. So the Republicans are on defense with abortion, but Democrats are on defense on crime, on inflation, on mandates, on past mistakes, on things like that. And then, Jesus, if you got Biden versus Trump, you just got, two old geezers running. So I don't know, in that regard, right? The personality side of things. Look, you said this, I don't know if it was you, Mike, or Andrew, but Biden's whole plan when he saw the data was just get out of the way and let Trump try to, if he's not engaging Trump, then Trump is just out there being chaotic without having anybody to fight. And so they hid Biden in the basement, metaphorically, but kind of literally for like 6 months until the debates. And they knew that was their strategy to win. They didn't know if it would win or not, but they knew the only way they could win was to do that strategy. And so people got tired of Trump.
Well, that strategy, along with let's shut everyone up and censor some people over here, and let's not show this story over here.
That's right. I always say I do not believe in election day fraud in 2020. Election day fraud. I think it's a ridiculous claim. They've never proven any evidence of it at all. But we now know that Twitter and Facebook and Google were suppressing, voices. We know about the Hunter Biden laptop and all that. But we also know that like Mark Zuckerberg was going and spending close to $1 billion in inner cities to drive votes. There were these ballot harvesting things going on. And there were a million other things that could have done. Could it have swayed the election? I don't know. The election was decided by 42,000 votes. So you tell me, 42,000 votes between Georgia, Arizona, and Wisconsin. 42,000 votes between those three states total. So that means 21,000 people that went in to vote for Biden on election day in those three states decided at the last second to switch to Trump. We'd still have a President Trump right now.
What's up, guys? Biggs here. I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you did, go ahead and check out the other video that's being recommended on the screen right now. You can also subscribe to our channel. And then if you really are interested in what we do, go to automatedelegatesystemize.com to learn more about what we're up to. Thanks again.